That was a good break. The 2, the 4, the 5 went on the break, and the whole key to opening up this rack and understanding it is to understand this 6-ball line and where you have to be on it. And it's best here to be on the left side of the line in this circumstances, and in other circumstances it's going to be totally, completely different. Now, the left and the right hand side of the line is determined by looking straight down the shot line to the 6-ball, which in this case we're shooting in the bottom left hand corner. So it's important to note that you don't want to be too far away from the line. You want to stay close to the line. You just don't want to cross it and go to the right hand side of the line, because then you're going to, the run out is still possible, but you're going to have a lot of work to do. And the whole point of the pool is not to work. So the reason that this is key is because it sets up an absolutely simple everyday rotation pattern that players see every day all over the world. And you should know this pattern. You should, if you play a lot of 9-ball or even 8-ball, you see this pattern all the time. And if you're an above average player, it should just be second nature to you, and it goes something like this. And we don't even have to hit a route. So if you're an average or below average player, it's safe for me to say that you should practice this pattern a lot and subtle variations of this pattern, because you're going to be seeing it every day of your life. So is a 6-ball shot the key shot of the game? And the answer is no. It's getting on that position, the ball before the 6. That's the key shot of the game. And in this case, it's a 3-ball, and the 3-ball's right here. What angle do we need to be on the 3-ball in order to get right on the 6? And you want to be on the right-hand side of the 3-ball because you want to stay out of the traffic, out of the fire. You want to go around the balls to get the right position. And to accomplish that, we have to be on the right-hand side of the 3-ball. So the only ball before the 3-ball is the 1-ball, and after the break, this is what we have. So the question is, how do we get from the 1-ball to the right spot on the 3-ball? And there's a couple of ways you can do it. The basic answer is however you feel comfortable doing it. And some guys would put top left on this ball to kill the angle off the top rail and to come back down the table for the right position. I tend to go 2 rails because I feel like I'm in better control, and drawing the angle to make it wider off the 1-ball, it just works for me. It works better. The problem here is you have a potential scratch, and that's your big worry on the way I do it. So I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, you got to do this my way. That's not the answer. The answer is to do it your way and the way you're comfortable doing it. And if you don't know, then set it up and practice it. So what do you say we go ahead and watch it in all its glory? And stay with me. There's actually 3 runouts in this video. We're just getting started here.
It's dawn when you are darkest. I wait for the light, and I have tried my hardest, but nothing that I do makes you shine. You are not here. I wonder where it is your mind goes, 'cause it's quiet. Oh, but I can't feel the silence anymore. Don't I deserve feeling like I'm worth someone who gives that I can. 'Cause a person has a limit of just how much indifference they'll stand. Don't I deserve feeling like I'm worth someone who gives a damn? I don't know why I'm wasting all my time.
Right from the start, this one's very tough, way tougher than the last rack we just looked at, and it's also very dangerous. You might be best off here to play a safety on the one ball and get further in control of this game, but even at that, you're going to have trouble running out. Anybody would. And one of the big issues is the space you have between the 7 and the 4. It's it's down to 1 millimeter space, and margin of error. This one's going to be tough. But the key, if you can get through all that, the key is getting the right angle off the 6 so you can back up and get on the 7. And at that point, all you have is the 7 and the 9, and it shouldn't be too much of a big deal. Now, you're going to see me wreck this rack and rely on my shot making ability, but you really never ever want to be in that position because it turns into work. And once again, we're not here to work. So if we remember, this is the position that we want on the 6 ball, and now we take a look at the 5 ball and we add in the straight in line, we can easily see that we want to be straight in on the 5 in order to draw back a little bit to get on the 6. The problem is I miss position on the 5 and I get way too far on the right hand side of the 5 ball line, so now I have to change the plan on the 6 and shoot it in this right hand side puck. And at that point, it's the same idea. You need an angle on the 6 in order to roll up on the 7. So a little bit of an angle on the left-hand side of the 6 to just push it up and get on the 7. And all that would be fine in a perfect world, but it's not a perfect world, and I'm not a perfect person, and I go way too long on the 6. So now I have to go 3 rounds on the 6 to get to the 7. So you see how it's turning into work? This is what you don't want. They're not paying me enough to work. And this ain't over, Scooby. I almost recovered and got back right on the 7, but I went a little bit too long, and now I have another difficult shot on the 7, and you're never going to hold up to the cue ball to get on the top side of the 9 ball to shoot it in this pocket unless you hit it really hard, and now on this table you're especially taking a chance of going way too long again, and that's been the story. So instead of that, I'm going to shoot to get under the 9, and depending on exactly where I get to the 9, I can shoot the 9 up in this corner or in the side. Let's go watch this train wreck.
Some days are good, some years are not. Knuckles on wood, nerves up in knots. Karma keeps me cautious, and bourbon keeps me brave. And just a little too honest to believe that I am saved. But I am still new at getting old. Pay these dues.
the 5, 6, and 8 went on the break, and the game plan changes at first glance. Getting the right position from the 3 to the 4 is essential, but things get a little bit wacky, and I have to replan the rack after I shoot the 1 ball because I accidentally bumped the 2 ball and got to a position where I had to play the 2-7 combination. So, once that's taken care of, the 2 ball's right in front of the side pocket. The 7 ball's gone, so it's just the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 9. And ironically, the key position in the whole game stays the same. You need that angle on the 3 ball in order to go 1 rail and back on the 4, and we can either go 1 rail on the 4 or just slide it up to get right on a 9 ball. It's really strange to go from the 2 to the 3 to the 4 to the 9. But yeah, all the higher number balls are gone. So what do you do, Scooby? And before you say cheat this pocket, that's a bad idea on this table. You don't want to do that. You ain't going to like the results. So you can't straighten out the cue ball and just draw back and get right on the 3. That would be too easy. So here you are, and I got to go 2 rails, and I'm trying to go long, and I'm trying to ease up on my strokes so I don't go too long. And I come up short for the first time in this table's history. Somebody shot short on it, and that was me. And hey, and yeah, the balls roll funny for everybody except Aloysius Yap, or the Yapper, as Mike Siegel calls me. You don't have an official nickname till Mike Siegel gives you an official nickname. Alright, so now we're in a funky position off the 3. I try to draw into the 4 to get it off the rail and not be stuck with a bank, but I miss the 4 and wind up like this. And let's go see what happens in the rest of the story.
Sit down. Indiana is a long shot, and I could use another round. I don't mean to be too bold. No, it's not at all like me. But when you're making your way home, would you like some company? 'Cause I'm tired of sleeping on my own, and I've such a long way to go, and you remind me of somebody I know. Can I stay with you? Whiskey eyelids weigh me down, son. When a smoke-filled talk comes too close, and it's these moments